Today, I invite you to go deeply with me into feeling in the 12 links of dependent origination from the Mahayana Buddhist scriptures. Dear friends, in the great wheel of life that the Buddha so clearly laid out through the 12 links of dependent origination, feeling, or in Sanskrit, Vedana, is one of the most crucial turning points. It comes right after contact, and just before craving. When there is contact between our sense organs, the sense objects, and consciousness, there arises feeling. And based on that feeling, craving arises, then grasping, then becoming, then birth, then aging and death. So what exactly is feeling? Feeling here doesn't refer to emotions like sadness or anger, but more subtly, to the sensations that arise when we come into contact with the world. There are 3 kinds of feeling the Buddha taught: pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, and neutral feeling. We feel pleasure when hearing something sweet, tasting good food, or being praised. We feel pain when insulted, when sick, or when we lose something. And there are those countless moments in between, where feelings are neutral, not particularly good or bad. What's most important to understand is this: these feelings are not problems in themselves. The suffering begins when we cling to the pleasant feelings, run away from the unpleasant ones, and ignore the neutral ones. In our everyday lives as lay practitioners, we are constantly surrounded by opportunities to observe this link. Feeling is happening all the time. When you're eating your favorite dish, you feel the pleasant sensation of taste. But what happens next? Often, we want more of that feeling. That is craving. When someone criticizes you, you feel the sting of unpleasantness. And we may immediately react with anger or defense. We are not reacting to the words themselves, but to the feeling they bring up in us. And most of the day, we are in a blur of neutral feelings. When things seem uneventful or boring, and because we overlook these, our mind seeks stimulation to feel alive again. Feeling is the moment where we still have freedom. If we recognize a feeling as it arises, and remain aware of it without grasping or resisting, then we interrupt the chain, we break the link, and we step out of suffering. The Buddha encouraged us to practice mindfulness of feelings, to observe them as they are, coming and going, arising and passing, without being swept away. This is what we call feeling the feeling, not in the usual way where we indulge in them, but feeling them with clarity and presence. Let's reflect for a moment. Right now as you listen, there is a feeling, maybe warmth, maybe calm, maybe restlessness. It doesn't matter what it is. What matters is, can you be with it? Can you say to yourself, this is a pleasant feeling, this is an unpleasant feeling, or this is a neutral feeling, and just be present. This gentle awareness is the beginning of liberation. In Mahayana Buddhism, bodhisattvas are described as those who are deeply in touch with feelings, but never caught by them. They allow feelings to pass through like clouds in the sky, without clinging to the sunshine or resisting the storm. This takes practice, but it is very possible for those of us living in the world, working, raising families, dealing with responsibilities. The teaching on feeling is extremely practical. You don't need to be in a monastery to practice it. When you're driving and someone cuts you off, feel that rush of irritation and name it. This is unpleasant. Pause. Breathe. Let it be. You've just turned a moment of reactivity into a moment of mindfulness. When you're holding your child and feel a wave of love, recognize it. This is a pleasant feeling. Smile to it. But know that even this beautiful feeling is impermanent. This helps you to love without attachment, to care without fear. When you're sitting alone, not feeling much at all, acknowledge that too. This is a neutral feeling. And if you stay with it, you may notice a deep peace underneath, the peace of being. Friends, in the Mahayana path, we don't run away from the world. We embrace it with wisdom. That means learning to live with feelings without becoming their prisoner. Because the truth is, every craving we have, whether for food, recognition, entertainment, or intimacy, arises because of some feeling we've experienced. Feeling becomes craving when we are not aware. But feeling becomes a doorway to awakening when we are mindful. Let's imagine this. Every feeling that arises is like a guest knocking at the door. If you open the door with kindness and awareness, the guest will stay a while and leave. But if you cling to them, or try to push them away, they linger and become your master. This is especially important when we are going through emotional pain, loss, rejection, fear. These bring powerful, unpleasant feelings, and our habit is to resist or distract. But if we can stay with the feeling, Observe it gently, not judge it. Something shifts. The energy of the feeling begins to soften. And in that space, wisdom arises. One of the great Mahayana masters said, "To feel fully is to be fully alive. But to cling to feeling is to die slowly." So how can we train with feeling in daily life? Firstly, practice mindfulness of feeling in the body. Throughout the day, check in. What is my body feeling right now? Is there tension? Is there relaxation? Can I name it without reacting? Secondly, when interacting with others, especially in difficult situations, ask yourself, what feeling is arising in me now? And breathe with it. Thirdly, during meditation, instead of trying to push away distractions, observe the feelings they bring. That's where the real training is. Over time, you'll notice something powerful. The feelings still arise, but they lose their power to control you. You become like a mountain, solid and unmoved, while the weather of feelings comes and goes. And then, you are free. Dear friends, if we wish to live with more peace, more compassion, and less suffering, we must become students of our own feelings. Feeling is not the end, but a gate. When we walk through it with mindfulness, we go beyond craving, beyond attachment, beyond birth and death. This is the heart of the Mahayana path. Not escaping life, but living deeply, courageously, and compassionately. So today, I invite you to begin again, right now, with the very feeling you are experiencing. Can you be with it? Can you breathe with it? Can you smile to it? If you can, you are already walking the path of awakening. Thank you for watching today's Dharma Talk with Tien Tai. Namo Amba Buddha. May the merit of this teaching be shared with all beings everywhere. May all disciples and sentient beings fully realize the Buddha way. Please like and subscribe to the channel so we can revisit the short Dharma talks of the Buddha together. Thank you for listening.